Here I am backtracking on my way back. Again, this is the intersection of Scottsdale Road and Camelback. Very little social distancing going on. Traffic aplenty. Today is Wednesday, April the 8th, 2020. Look, that guy over there is wearing a mask, which is definitely a good idea given the circumstances. As you can see, traffic is definitely on the light side. Sometimes you find pockets here and there, but there's still enough traffic to sometimes be able to tell that there is an emergency happening worldwide. People take a very lax approach when it comes to the seriousness of this disease. So I'm going to pass over here by Fashion Square, and usually this parking lot in here is pretty packed. I'm gonna actually go in to show you. So here we go. Over here you definitely see that there's not a lot of cars in the parking lot, because this place at this time, right now it's about noon, is abuzz with people, and you cannot see a lot of activity at this particular point. So that's what it looks like. And I know for a fact that the theaters, Harkins theaters in here, are closed. So there's the entrance to the parking lot that leads into the theaters. Shake Shack is serving takeout. You can see their little stand there, a guy wearing a mask, which is definitely good. There's workers working construction jobs right there. Are they wearing a mask? I don't know. No, I didn't see that guy wear a mask. But I have to keep an eye over here on my driving, otherwise I crash. There's the Apple store, and the Apple store is indeed closed. As you can see, beautiful location for sure. And here we are merging into Scottsdale Road. I'm gonna go straight over here on Scottsdale Road rather than making a right on Camelback to show you the goings on. There's P.F. Chang's. As you can see, we were over here a few minutes ago. There's a Ferrari a few minutes ago, and there was not much traffic on this intersection, and now we saw that pocket of, or cluster rather, traffic. This is a very nice upscale area here in Arizona. I was gonna say Phoenix, but in reality we are in Scottsdale, Arizona. There's these little places, there's people over there. Not a lot of traffic for sure in this area. Gelato spot serving ice cream. Now, when you see a couple walking down the street and they're together, you can assume that they live together, and so social distancing for them is not required, because, like, for instance, I don't have, or I am not practicing social distancing with my wife because we're both quarantining ourselves and we know that we are not infected. It is nevertheless kind of weird to talk about a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic, because that's the stuff of movies, but it is indeed going on, and thousands of people are dying. There's millions infected, and it's just crazy. There's Jimmy John's. I cannot tell whether you can walk in or not, or just pick up food. This area looks a little quiet. This is downtown Scottsdale. There's always a lot of people walking around, enjoying the sights, but right now it looks rather quiet. I used to take photographs in one of these little places, a place that no longer exists, called Lulubelle's, many years ago, like 30 years ago to be more precise. There's the Brad House. I see a musician there trying to make a couple of bucks, I guess. Staples is open. There's Starbucks right there. And so that is the scene around these parts. Hard to tell that something major is taking place. You can see there on Starbucks that there's cars on the drive-through right there. See what I mean? I believe that's a Walgreens right there, and there's cars aplenty in the parking lot. I apologize for my lousy camera work, but I'm driving and recording at the same time, and you got to keep an eye on the road, otherwise you can crash. But there's Walgreens, plenty of people there. This continues to be Scottsdale Road, passing Osborne. US Egg, breakfast and lunch. Those guys look empty, but it's open. Most of these places offer takeout, so you can order online and pick up your food. Sorry for the camera movement there. I remember this place. I used to have a lot of cars in here. I almost bought a Ferrari at that place. I actually test drove it and put a deposit on it a long time ago. So anyway, that's what's going on. There's McDonald's with cars on the drive-thru. And here's the thing about buying food on a drive-thru: you are not really making sure that you don't get infected, because those people working in there what kind of guarantee you have that they are doing a good job at making sure that your food does not get contaminated? Are they working with masks? Are they following a strict protocol? All of these are question marks that mean you're putting yourself at risk by buying food from these places. So anyway, I'm gonna cut it here, and that gives you an idea of what the scene is like over here in Scottsdale. Dairy Queen right there.